Hey Jack, it's Coach Sean. Going to review some of your games here. And first want to say that you did the best, I think, over the weekend. You've been playing the most games. You're making the best progress. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing from you. I want you to keep it up. And, we're going to do well in the next couple of events that we play at if you keep with it. It's just, with a smart guy like you, if you work hard, good things are going to come. So, all right, let's jump into it. Now, you did lose some games, which is a part of the process. You played here, a tough guy, 1274, and you played Bishop C4. And the reason why you played Bishop C4 is because you think that, I play Bishop C4 in my third move. No, you played Bishop C4 against, excuse me. This is a different game I'm thinking about. Knight to D4. Yes, the trap opening. Okay. Yes, we need to recall that in the future, when you're playing against a high-rated opponent, they're a good player. The very fact that they're trying to give you a pawn like this in the opening should bring up your suspicion. And what I mean by suspicion is you should think that they're trying to trick you. He wants you to take this pawn, Jack, and look at his move. Queen G5. That's exactly what he wanted. Now after Bishop takes, that was the best move. He played King D8, which was a mistake. His best is to play King here. And then what happens is you should castle. He takes your piece, but you win these pawns back, Jack. And you have a strong center. He can't take, of course, because of rook to E1. And, let's say he goes here. And you move your bishop back, and his king can't castle. And it's not a great position. It's about equal, though, for white. But it's not a great position for black, even though they won a piece. Now, let's go back here. Maybe, by the way, actually, maybe bishop takes, rook takes, and then c3 here. Like this is best. Okay. Alright, so let's go back. So bishop takes, king d8, and he takes, you take his knight, which was a useless move, because he has this in-between move. You have to count on him playing the best. And of course, knight check. Okay, no big deal. You take the rook, you think, but you're not going to be able to get it. You're neglecting your own king. And then he plays check. And with the move rook to E1, you basically are just showing that you're not really thinking ahead, because queen takes is devastating, obviously. So, yeah, it's just, it's not good. After queen takes G2, is there a better move? What could we do? I guess the best is probably to play D3, so that when you take, you escape. And you at least survive. But going back to it, Jack, if you ever face this opening again, it's a trap opening, knight d4. You know what a simple solution is? Just take his knight. And now he has double pawns. You castle his king, and you avoid all of that nonsense, Jack. Simplify it. He tried to, because the very move, knight to d4, is a violation of a principle. He's moving a piece twice. He's doubling his pawns if you take. Not good. Alright. Let's fast forward here to our next one. So, E4, bishop C4, and now H6, a passive move. You played knight C3. Not the best, Jack. I want you to play aggressively. Versus H6, D6, A6, aggressive D4. Open up the center, Jack. You play knight to C3. He goes here. Now look. Look at that passive move you had to make because you didn't open up the position. B5. If he does a move like A6 or C6, consider A4, stopping him. Queen E2, B5. Trading the bishop? Nah. Doubling the pawns? No. Alright. Kick the knight out, Jack. Don't let the knight hang here. I mean, pawn to A3 just... Oops. Takes... Okay, so, I mean... Here in this position, pawn to A3 immediately, I just think just wins, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess his best move is knight takes C2. Oh, that's why you played bishop E3 first, of course. Alright, so bishop E3 was correct. Bishop takes, pawn takes, D6, and now A3 and you're winning the game. But instead, you played H3 to stop the pin. Alright. It's not really that great of a pin, too, by the way, when you play A3. First of all, just threatens to win the piece. If he goes here later on, I mean, the rook's protecting, so it's no big deal. You could just move the queen at any time. Bishop B7, C4, takes, you open it up. Here still, the knight is trapped with A3. You just missed this. Don't let the knights hang out in your territory. Okay? That's not good. Alright. And going back to the game, you opened up the center. You won a piece. You're winning the game. Again, you had every opportunity, but then you started getting in trouble. F6, and you play this move knight to A4, which was just not the right plan. You have trouble here in the center. Okay, stick with the center. Instead, you see this cute little move here that doesn't do anything. And then you take this, and of course, queen to there, and you're still winning the game. But you tend to mess things up here, and that was just way too risky. I didn't like that move. You're pinning yourself immediately. He takes. Okay, queen there. Rook to G4. Okay. He goes D4. You could play rook takes, king takes, rook check. King to H8. And now queen takes D4 with a threat of knight to G6, which is going to be mate. So, anyways, you take here. Better was rook takes again with the discover check idea. Here. King G8, Queen G4 here. Yeah, just crushing them. So you missed these combinations. Let's go back. Knight takes C6. You're still winning again. Queen check. Okay, no big deal. King to H2. G5. Okay. You play this move, which is kind of a strange move. His king is completely exposed. This idea was pretty good. But you played knight there. Okay, takes. Rook D4. Rook E8. Rook FD2. You take. Okay, no problem. He comes down here. And you played this move, which just loses on the spot because of King E7. But Rook B4 wins the game. You're up a piece. You're going to win that pawn. Nothing he can really do. sayonara. Alright, final game. Okay, e4, e5, knight f3, d6, and the theme of the day, play aggressive, Jack. Alright, you play bishop c4, which is not a bad move, but just not the best. Here, you trade. He goes queen f6. Don't trade him and develop his pieces. Play queen b3. Now you're attacking here and keeping the pressure. Let's say he goes b6. Castles. Knight c6. Okay. Bishop to here would win. So maybe actually, you know what? Instead of bishop c, maybe bishop here is better instead. Knight to here. Okay. Anyways, going back to a queen to f6. You exchange. Queen, knight takes. Now you developed his piece. Knight c3, c6. When he plays c6, he wants to go b5. You play a4. Instead, you play d3. Development move. Normal moves. So you're good at the normal moves that Tim taught you. We need to get to those more advanced plans. Alright, so h6. Castles. Bishop e7. Bishop e3. b5. Bishop b3. Knight d7. a4. Knight e2. c5. c4. That was the wrong plan. Instead, f4. Open up the position. Get your rook involved. Put pressure on the d6 pawn. Improve your pieces. Get them to better squares. Alright, that's the goal. You play c4. He plays en passant. a5. Now you've opened up the file for his king. d4. Okay, you left this pawn hanging. Takes, you left the pawn. You do this, nothing really happens. And you play here and you leave the file. He goes f6, you go knight to e7. Probably better was rook e1 back on the file and try to contest the file. Anyways, you kind of gave things away here. Too many pawns. But overall, Jack, you did pretty well. I'm very impressed with your progress still. Anyways, I will see you soon and keep playing on chess.com, buddy. Alright, bye.